I went from the WWF to the All-Star Wrestling Promotion in Puerto Rico, to NOW Japan, to Santo Domingo with Jack Veneno, to USWA with Jerry Lawler, back to Carlos Colon in 19, and right after that for 3 years. And you talk about still wrestling on TV the first 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7, 8 years, going in and out for WWF TV, until after I went to Carlos Colon, and then I went to All Japan Pro Wrestling. That's where I wrestled in Giant Baba's organization. I came home, then I went to ECW, then I went to WCW, the XWF, TNA. I went back overseas to World Japan Wrestling. Came back, then I went back to the WWE. You know what I mean? So you're talking about, that's a full career just in the first 8 years for anybody. But I did it all, and I did it all.
Yeah, it's incredible. I don't think I'm not sure there's anyone who's done as been around as many promotions as you and seen as much as you have. It's incredible the amount of experience you've got.
You know, and the great thing about it is, right, that people, I changed my character over a few different times, and people don't realize that I had other characters I did on the independents, like the Hare Krishna gimmick I did for a little bit. And I did Uncle Chester, who was a replica of Uncle Fester. I did the Sledgehammer Rock. I did, a guy who was a construction worker from New York City. I did Phenomena, where I wore a mask with hair. I was, then I came up with Vito LoGrasso, and then I was Big Vito. And then I was Vito in WWE, and then to come up now to be the Don of Wrestling, because I am the only one who's been in all the wrestling Italian families in wrestling. When you think about that, you say, wow, that's something. And then when I became a singles champion, I was the first singles champion. I was hardcore champion in WCW since Bruno. So if you can become a champion in between that timeline, who was Italian heritage and Italian, and did the Italian gimmick, or was Italian and promoted it like I did, and to come up like Bruno was, everybody knew Bruno was in Italy, Bruno was Italian, everybody knew I was from Staten Island, New York. This is Big Vito LoGrasso, and I was Italian. And nobody ever, you say, wow, I mean, that's something.
Yeah.
And of course, having the opportunity to wrestle against so many of the greats in the business who took the time to teach me and tutor me. I always say on every interview, thank you to every single one of those guys out there. And, I couldn't have made it this far and still wrestle today if I didn't have your knowledge and teaching and patience with me, because I wouldn't have been a pro.